Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Cowboys will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Wasting no time taking a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. On the return, it's Green. The offense set for a first down play. On the move, it's Gordon.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll try to get outside. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Might as well stick with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Knocked off his feet.
You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's taking the shot. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Just going to keep it after the snap. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. To the air. It's Green. It's complete to the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig swing.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the 1st.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. Oklahoma State 10, Arkansas 0.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the 1st down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
And that's what the defense is supposed to do. Stretch the ball out, making sure that it doesn't go north and south. Push it towards the sidelines, push it towards the sidelines. Eventually the ball carrier ran out of space, had to run out of bounds.
Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking for the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Handoff to the lone back. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Trying to get to it. The short hands, it's Presley. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? This offense has a 2nd down play. from deep in their own territory, looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. Here's the handoff. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The Cowboys will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Slips through the line. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Release to the back. He's got him this time. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I like how this offense throws to their running backs in different areas of the field. It's not always going to be to the perimeter. It's not always going to be screens, but they can attack the middle of the field, too, using these angle routes. Nice play call.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a gap. It's Green. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The Razorbacks will hustle to the line. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
To the ground with the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards. Make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires to the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And the Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Trying to find his man on first down. Unleashes one deep. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Anthony. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Arkansas offense will take over 1st and 10.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Got a man. It's Anthony. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take it.
The ball squirts free. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
As a defender, love the big hits. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the fumble.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead.
Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. He's got it inside the 15. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Number 6.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
17. Arkansas 7.
On the move from inside his own 20. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Ford. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Presley. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Number 19 on the field goal.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Oklahoma State.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. He got it. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
From the gun, the running back has it.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Comes out throwing on first down. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, after that completion on the corner route, it'll be interesting to see if later in the game the offensive coordinator tries to set the defense up by showing them the same pre-snap look, but this time sending the receiver to the middle of the field.
And the Cowboys have their offense in high gear. He'll just keep slinging it. Steps away to find some room. He'll let one go down the right side.
Yeah, I tell you what, a lot of times you roll your quarterback to the right or to the left, and in this case, the right. And you're trying to get him outside the pocket to buy him a little bit of time, get him off that spot, take some deep shots, and he missed, but it was a nice shot down the field.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 20, he's got space. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
What a difference a change of scenery makes, right? I mean, they went into a hostile environment. They lost their first game, but they've rebounded beautifully. And I think coming back, playing in front of their home crowd really has impacted this game, and it's gotten them back to 500.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back to... Gonna take a shot. makes a grab down the left side. And he breaks into the open. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Arkansas. Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Penn State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far today at Happy Valley. They're up by 10 over Bowling Green. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Presley.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, after putting up 5 sacks in their last game, this defense was hungry for more coming into this one, and they knew it was going to be maybe a little bit tougher going up against this offensive line. They've had some struggles in this game so far getting to the QB, but they finally got to him there.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking left. And that pass intercepted. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Motion from the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Using his feet to buy time. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly.
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. At the 35, he's got room.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
We've seen throughout this drive success for the offense when they've been running the quarterback. Finally, though, the defense got it right. Everybody played their assignment. They honed in on him, and they got a big stop.
Running it back, it's Green. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
Oklahoma State 27, Arkansas 21.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run the jet sweep, trying to spread this defense out. At the 35, he's loose. Open runway ahead. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him.
He's off to the races. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Anthony. Running through contact. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Catch in the middle, it's Hill. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd. Going for it all. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, under-talked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Running for it on 4th down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Toss to the outside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Man, the punt return team needed points. That's exactly what they didn't need to do. Give the football back now in the fourth quarter losing. Man, oh man, you just made things really, really tough on all your other units by that big-time boneheaded play.
A handoff, keep working on that clock.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. Able to get one down to the 15.
Brought down at the 15-yard line.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. First down here for the offense. On the ground, it's Green. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Little touch pass to the receiver. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
He's going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
To the air on first down. Looking for a huge play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
What a great job on the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. To the air. It's Green. They're working that left side. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They want to run this quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to... Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Arkansas. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
They'll try to pound their way in. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3.
And makes the score for Arkansas 36, Oklahoma State 33.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to kick this one off.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Timeout call by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. Runs through a tackle. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Dropping back, it's Green. Pocket starts to collapse. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Dances away from the heat. He's going up top here late in the game. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.